China and Russia are preparing for war and have been building their armed forces for years. America's military, on the other hand, has gone woke, and all four branches are facing recruiting shortages. What did the U.S. Navy do? They use a drag queen as a digital ambassador. Now, some critics suggest the weakening of the military is an intentional part of a larger agenda to drag America down to socialism. Pun intended. I'm David Fiorazzo, and this is Christ and Culture. So, is this a purposeful attempt to sabotage the armed forces and therefore the nation? Some believe so. The controversial and desperate move by the Navy has apparently backfired. This in the wake of every U.S. military branch falling far short of recruiting goals for the second straight year. So, Navy brass thought Joshua Kelly, an active duty sailor who identifies as non-binary and performs by the name of Harpy Daniels, would be just the ticket to draw new recruits. This Pentagon-approved wokeness may be comparable to social media influencer Dylan Mulvaney, the female imposter endorsed by Bud Light. Now, this has led to a more than 17% dip in sales for Bud. Now, we can literally say Anheuser-Busch saw what the Navy had been doing since November of 2022 and said, "Hold my beer." Plummeting Bud Light sales and its marketing catastrophe is a joke to American citizens. A weakened military, however, and sailors jumping the proverbial Navy ship is a major national security concern. According to American Family Network, the Navy is facing much worse problems than declining sales of a watered-down beer. Quote, tabletop exercises imagining war with China in the Taiwan Straits have ended with nightmare scenarios. In more than one scenario, the U.S. Navy loses 2 aircraft carriers and the 10,000 sailors on them to the People's Liberation Army. Under the Biden Democrats, the Navy lectured sailors about proper pronoun usage last year as public confidence in the U.S. military dropped to 48%, according to the Ronald Reagan Institute. That's down from 70% in 2018 during the Trump administration. What did people cite as the primary reason for the decline? A politicized military. Also, in 2022, the Army missed its recruiting goal by 15,000, and for those keeping score at home, that's 25% short of the Army's recruitment goal. Dan Crenshaw, Texas representative, retired Navy lieutenant commander, and former Navy SEAL, questioned the current direction and leadership of the military and said, "China and Russia are watching us closely." In an Instagram post, Crenshaw shared photos of Joshua Kelly in his naval uniform and also in drag. Crenshaw said, "Did we learn nothing from Bud Light?" Obviously, the Navy didn't. Crenshaw added that the U.S. cannot afford to, quote, suffer in military readiness for the sake of pushing the left's woke narrative. And we are suffering because we're not ready as a military. That's his point. So how about the opportunistic Queen himself? Well, a story about this guy, Kelly, was published at militarytimes.com, and it was entitled, "Sailor by Day, Performer by Night, Meet the Navy's Drag Queen, Harpy Daniels." Now, Joshua Kelly said, "I never knew a man could embrace his femininity in a creative and entertaining way like that, and I knew it's what I wanted to do. Doing drag allows me to embrace my feminine side and allows me to bring my diversity and creativity out." End quote. Just what the military needs, men who embrace their feminine side. Now, for some reason, that news release no longer appears at the Navy's official website. I wonder why. Robert O'Neill, a Navy SEAL who helped kill Osama bin Laden in 2011, is fuming over the fiasco. He tweeted this, "All right, The U.S. Navy is now using an enlisted sailor drag queen as a recruiter. I'm done. China is going to destroy us. You got this, Navy. I can't believe I fought for this bull. You know the rest. So O'Neill was the one that delivered the fatal blow to bin Laden during the raid in Pakistan, and he has since published 2 books since leaving the military in 2014. Another veteran, Graham Allen, a conservative commentator, criticized Kelly and the drag videos last week, and he tweeted this: "This is not the same military I served under. Our enemies laugh at us." So what's sad about this is this perverse garbage makes the headlines, makes the news, rather than stories of true bravery, showing the strength of the military. It's a ridiculous distraction, and that's the point, maybe. We have leftists in leadership pushing perversion and woke ideology, while America's enemies are watching and likely making strategic plans. This may not end well, friends. God bless you, and keep speaking the truth about things that matter.